Is getting more Google reviews on your list of New Year's resolutions? It probably should be. But before you start, we're going to let you in on some changes and best practices around Google reviews. Welcome to the Get Digital Marketing Results podcast, where we give you information and actionable tips to grow your organization.
Hi, I'm Bob Clark.
And I'm Donna Body. We're with Delos Inc., and we make the web work for you. This is our last episode of 2025, and we're talking about reviews, why they still matter, what's changed this year, and how to ask for them in the right way.
Reviews are one of those things everyone knows they should be getting more of, but most businesses don't have a real strategy for it. They just hope happy customers will leave them.
Right. And unfortunately, it's often an unhappy customer that will leave a review unprompted. And that's why this is such a good New Year's resolution. Because when you have a system for getting reviews consistently, it makes a real difference in how you show up in local search. And there are a few updates from this year that might actually make it easier.
The biggest one is Google's new pseudonym feature. People can now leave reviews using a nickname instead of their real name. So you might see reviews from Happy Customer 22 instead of Sarah Johnson.
This is actually good news for businesses, especially if you're in healthcare or legal services or financial services, because some people are hesitant to leave reviews in a sensitive area because they don't want their name publicly attached to them. Now they can use a custom display name, which should mean more people are willing to leave you feedback.
But they're not truly anonymous, right?
Correct. Google still knows who they are behind the scenes. The pseudonym is just what the public sees. And all the same rules apply. Reviews still need to be genuine experiences, no fake content allowed.
Speaking of fake content, there's been a disturbing rise in review extortion scams this year. Businesses are getting flooded with one-star reviews, and then they get a message demanding money to remove them.
It's happening all across the country. The scammer will leave multiple negative reviews in a short period of time, often with odd content that doesn't even match your business at all, like a plumber getting reviews complaining about bad food. Then they reach out, usually through WhatsApp or email, offering to, quote, help remove them for a fee.
What should you do if this happens to you?
Well, there's three things that Google recommends. First, do not engage with them and absolutely do not pay them. Second, take screenshots of everything, the reviews, any messages they send, everything. And third, use Google's new merchant extortion report form. We'll link that in the notes. Google created this specifically for these situations, and businesses are reporting that it actually works. These reviews are being removed within a day or two.
That's good to know. There's a way to actually fight back. Now let's talk about legitimate reviews. I've heard that having keywords in your reviews can help with local SEO and AI visibility. Is it true?
It is, but not in the way that most people think. You absolutely cannot ask customers to include specific keywords in their reviews. That's weird and it violates Google policy. But when customers naturally mention things like the emergency plumbing you did for me, or the deep tissue massage that I had, or other specific services you offer, it does help.
So how do you encourage that without asking for it directly?
It's really all about how you ask for the review. So instead of just saying, could you leave us a Google review? Be more specific. Try something like, we'd love to hear what you thought about your experience with our carpet cleaning service. That kind of naturally prompts them to mention the actual service without you telling them those are the words you want to use. So what aspect of the service do you want to have emphasized? Ask them to talk about that experience.
That makes sense. And there are other benefits too, right? It's not just about rankings.
Exactly. When reviews mention specific services, Google can pull that information into AI summaries. It shows up in review highlights, and it helps potential customers understand exactly what you're good at. So someone searching for best brake service near me is going to be more confident choosing you if your reviews specifically mention that you do brake work.
I think we should remind everyone about the rules around asking for reviews. I know Google's pretty strict about this.
They are. You can't offer any incentives, no discounts, no free products, nothing in exchange for a review. You also can't do review gating, which means you can't only ask happy customers to leave reviews while discouraging unhappy ones from doing so.
So what can you do?
Well, you just really want to ask everyone. Make it a part of your follow-up process so that it happens every time for every customer. The best time to ask is right after someone has had a positive experience, when the work is done, when they pick up their order, when they check out. Keep it simple and make it easy, and don't pressure anyone.
What about timing? Does it matter how often you're getting new reviews?
Yes, it does. Google and other review sites want to see that you're getting consistent reviews over time, not bunched all together. Fresh feedback matters too. A business with 100 reviews from 3 years ago will sometimes rank lower than a business with 50 reviews in the recent past months.
So here's what you can do this week to make reviews part of your 2026 strategy. First, set up a simple review request process. Pick one moment in your customer journey where you'll ask every single customer for a review. Maybe after a project completion, maybe in a follow-up email a week later. It depends on your product or your service. You want to make sure your customer has had time to know if it's good or not. Second, check your business profile right now and look for any suspicious reviews. If you see a sudden spike in negative reviews that don't sound like real customers, don't panic and don't engage. Use Google's merchant extortion report form. And third, look at your current reviews and see how specific they are. If they're all generic, great service, think about how you can adjust how you're asking naturally to encourage more detailed feedback.
So, which of these issues do you think is most important for your business to focus on? Let us know in the comments below. Reviews aren't just nice to have, they're one of the few things in digital marketing that directly impact both your visibility and your conversions. So when you have a consistent strategy for earning them, you're building trust at scale. And that's something worth making time for in 2026.
That's it for today's episode and for 2025. Thank you for being with us this year. You can find links and more resources at delosinc.com/episode 427. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on actionable digital marketing tips to grow your organization. We'll see you in the new year.
Thanks for listening to the Get Digital Marketing Results podcast. If you're ready to simplify your marketing and build reliable growth for your business, visit us at delosinc.com to learn more.